Hello my nectarines, Nono here and I'm back with another video. First things first, let me give you guys an update on the SC nail polish nails. As you guys can see, they still look so good. It has been 5 whole days at this point. I've washed dishes, I've bathed my son, I did everything and they still look so good, you guys. The thumb was a little bit banged up, but back in the days, nail polish only lasted a day, okay? By the next day, it was starting to chip off. So as I mentioned, I'm really surprised by the quality of the SC nail polishes. If you've missed this video, I'll have it linked at the end. So for today, I'm sure you noticed on the thumbnail, we're doing some 90s curved nails. But first things first, we're going to quickly remove all this nail polish. And then what I did is I went off camera and I applied a thin layer of builder gel to my nails just so that they have a little bit of strength. And this is how they're looking at this point. I'm so happy with the nail growth. So the curved nails that we're going to be using today, I accidentally found them at my local beauty supply store and I was really excited because I've always wanted to try these 90s curved nails. These ones are nice and extra long, but you guys, I couldn't find them anywhere on the internet. I've tried Amazon, I've tried AliExpress, Shein, you name it. If any of you know of a place where you can buy these, please let me know in the comment section so I can link it for the other girlies, because you guys have to try these. These were so much fun. The only thing I didn't like about these tips, and I noticed this with the other tips I used as well that are like yellow, all the old school tips tend to be very like rigid and hard and they don't bend very well, and this can be a bit of an issue because they tend to be bulky and heavy and they don't really conform to the nail very well. So we're gonna have to do some customizing a bit, but I went off and picked my sizes off camera and now we're just gonna quickly stick them on using some nail glue. Boy, did I struggle sticking these nails down, you guys. I ended up having to squeeze extra glue just so that, you know, they kind of stay down because they're so heavy and they just so flat and not necessarily curving to the natural nail. It just made it a little bit hard to attach them, but they're finally on. Now we're gonna trim them down. The thumb wouldn't fit into my nail like cutter, but I ended up like forcing it to fit either way. I didn't want the nails to be too long. I wish I could have left them as long as they actually are, but there was no way I was going to be able to do day-to-day tasks, and I wanted to keep these nails for a good 5 or 6 days, so I just cut them halfway and I feel like this is a good length. As I mentioned earlier, I had to customize the heck out of these nails. They're so bulky and so heavy, you guys. So what helped is kind of like shaving them off slightly. And then I also thinned down the sides. They were going to be too wide for me. And so I tried my best to be, you know, to make them be more proportionate to my natural nails. And the more I was customizing them, the nicer they turned out. Look at how more sleek and smooth and chic they look already. I'm so excited. Initially, when I was going to do the set, I decided to use some polygel, but when I saw how heavy these tips were, I decided to switch over to acrylic. The only thing was that I wasn't prepared to do acrylic. I almost had no monomer, you guys, and the acrylic powder I'm using is like literally I just mixed scraps of acrylic powder. So you'll notice as I continue, it's a little bit patchy, but it doesn't really matter because we're gonna cover it all up with a nice nude gel polish. But I really enjoyed doing acrylic. I feel like it has been such a long time, but you know what, for me with acrylic, it's like riding a bike. I never really forget how to, you know, work with it. So every time I go back, I fumble the first nail, but by the time I get to the pinky, I go in beast mode, and honey, the application is flawless. The only thing I didn't miss about acrylic though is a strong scent from the monomer. I feel like it's the only thing that makes me not reach out for it as much anymore, especially because I have a very sensitive chest, and because I've worked with acrylic for over 5 years taking clients. Honestly, I'm kind of over the smell. But that being said, I really loved the application. As I mentioned, it's a little bit splotchy, but I really loved the color. Either way, we'll fix it. Now I'm just going in and just sharpening up the shape. I felt like they were just a bit too wide and it made them look like duck nails, so I was trying to bring them in as much as possible, and I wanted them to look like a tapered curvy square, and the e-file really helped. And lastly, I went in with a hand file and buffed everything up, and I feel like this really helped make the nails look so good. You guys, look at how they look after I washed my hands. So crisp. Hey, I love the shape. The shape is just everything. To prep the nail surface for the gel application, I'm just going in with a thin layer of sticky bond, and then I'm gonna go in with this nude from Born Pretty. It's my favorite nude because I just feel like it complements my skin tone so well, and I'm trying to cover up all that splotchiness from the acrylic, and this nude did that perfectly, you guys. I was a little bit afraid that I'm running out, so I did tip the bottle over, but thank goodness I had just the perfect amount to cover all my nails. And this is how that nude looks after I cured it. Oh, absolute perfection, you guys. I love it so much. Now let's get into the nail art. We are freestyling it today. There's no reference pictures and nothing. I just wanted to wing it and have fun. All the nails are going to be Frenchie, starting with the pinky. I'm going in with just a thin layer of my sheer black gel polish. Cured it for 60 seconds, and then want to rub in this blue chrome. I wanted it to be more glittery, so the black gel polish is just gel. There's no top coat. That way it will have a more like grittier look. Once I was done with that, I did cover the entire nail with some matte polish, and then we're gonna do some 3D blobs. I just mixed some black gel polish with some rhinestone glue, created some really fun blobbies. There's no rhyme or reason. And then I rubbed some silver chrome onto them. Love this look, you guys. I did clean around the blobs with just a little bit of acetone just to make it more neater. Top coated the nail, and this is how it is looking. I love it. Now for the ring finger, we're going in with some white gel polish. I just applied it messy, and then I went in with a cleanup brush just to create a crisp smile line, and this worked so much better. It saved me so much time, you guys. And for this nail, I wanted to create like a really nice green like aura in the center, so I carved out a circle with some green gel polish, and then I covered the rest, and right in the center we're going to do our aura. I saw this palette when it was out and about, and I thought it would work great because it was really pigmented. So I did apply a thin layer of matte top coat on the nail, and then I'm using a clean brush and I'm picking up some of that green pigment and I'm pressing it directly onto the nail. Oh, you guys, it worked out so perfectly. I can't believe I haven't tried this technique before, because you guys know I like pigment powders, but I will say this worked way better. I started off with a more sheer lighter green, and then I worked my way up to a deep dark green, and then I just kind of finished it off with like a lightish bluish tinge one. I'm sure you guys see the one I'm picking up, and this just finished the nail off perfectly. In the center, I wanted to add a charm, so I think I only have one of these. It's like 4-point 3D charms, so pretty. Placed it in the center of the nail, and then I kind of flash cured it in place, applied some top coat, and that nail is done. I don't know why I didn't show you guys the reveal, but let's move on to the middle finger. For this nail, I wanted to do something really different, so I went in the thin layer of pink gel polish, and then I did some polka dot, and then off camera I added the little, frillies at the end and I really liked it. Now I wanted to do something different for the charm. I didn't feel like doing a 3D flower, so I decided let's do a slice of bread with some strawberry jam. I know that sounds so random, but it kind of worked for this nail. So I used some solid glue gel, kind of carved out a slice of bread. Now I'm going in with this tannish brown color, and then I'm focusing this one in the center of the nail, and then I just made sure to just stipple the color with like a liner brush, and then on the free edge I went in with a darker brown color. Now for the strawberry jam itself, I just used some solid top coat, and I kind of swirled it on the center of the slice of bread, and then using a jelly red color I started adding it to create the illusion of some jam. And I absolutely love this nail, you guys. Hey, I love bread and I love jam, so this nail made me really happy. Moving right along to the index finger, I went off camera and I did the Frenchie for this one. You guys have seen it, and I made sure to apply some matte top coat. I find that matte top coat works way better if you are going to be using like pressed pigments. These work very well with matte top coat. So I also remembered that I have yet another colorful makeup palette that was lying around, so I thought let me try it, and I'm going in with the orange color first, and I wanted to ombre that into a yellow, and I really liked it. It was not as pigmented as I would have liked, but it still worked, and it gave me that nice sunset vibe I was looking for. I wanted to do zebra print for this nail, but instead of using a traditional black, I just decided to use this bright royal blue color, and I really liked it. I felt like it went really well with the oranges and the yellow of the nail. Now one part I didn't show is I added some a little bit of 3D elements to the nail by using some solid glue gel along the edge of the smile line, and then I rubbed some gold chrome, and I felt like the gold tied in so well with the rest of the colors for this nail. And then I topped it off with some normal shiny top coat. Oh, I loved this nail. I loved this whole set. Is just coming together so nicely. Now let's finish this set off with the thumb. The concept for this one was a shirt with a little pocket, and I wanted to make a 3D flower that goes into the pocket, but unfortunately you guys, I didn't film that part because around about the time I was doing the thumb, it was 6 a.m. in the morning, and I started doing this nail the previous night. I was up the whole night doing this set, and usually my son is up around 7 a.m. but this day he said, "Mom, it's 6:30, here I am, take care of your child." So unfortunately I couldn't film the rest of the nail art, but I cannot wait to show you guys how this thumb turned out because it ended up being my favorite. Here's the final reveal. I really loved this nails. They turned out so pretty. They're just so summery and so fun and just so playful, and I just love it so much. Let me quickly show you what I did for the thumb. So I just made sure that the solid glue gel wasn't touching all the way, and then I made this 3D little flower that goes into the pocket of the shirt, and I thought it was so adorable. And just in case you missed it, don't forget to check out this video where I tried doing this crazy technique of painting my nails with nail polish, and I'm gonna see you guys over there.